In this video, we are going to explore the Angular ngIf directive and its variants, ngIf else and ngIf then else. ngIf is a structural directive that modifies the structure of the DOM. It works similarly to the JavaScript if statement. It adds or removes elements depending on the condition. When the ngIf condition is true, the element is rendered, and when the condition is false, it is not rendered at all. It has an asterisk prefix like other structural directives. Let's get to the code. There is a user section, a login button, and a logout button. When the user presses the login button, the user section should appear, the same as the logout button. And when the user presses the logout button, the user section and logout button should disappear and the login button should appear again. To implement this, I need to add a property that indicates whether the user is logged in or not. Let's call it isLogged and assign it the default value false. Next, I need to add the ngIf directive to the user section, the logout button, and to the login button. The user section will be visible when isLogged is true, as well as logout button. The login button is visible when isLogged is false. For this to work, I must call the login method after pressing the login button and the logout method after clicking the logout button. The login method changes the value of isLogged property to true, and the logout method changes it to false. Let's check how the application behaves in the browser. The logic works as expected. The ngIf directive also supports the else statement. It behaves very similarly to the JavaScript if-else statement, allows you to show different elements when the condition is false. To use the else statement, I need to add the ng template and assign a template variable using a hash sign. Template variable allows us to create a reference to the DOM element within a template. Next, move the login button to this ng template and remove ngIf. The last step is to add an else statement to the ngIf. So the condition is isLogged, else logged out. Let's check if the logic works. You can still see that it works as expected. ngIf also allows you to use then statement. It works the same as the single ngIf, but it requires a different HTML structure. To use it, I need to add another ng template. Let's assign it a template variable called login and move the user section and the logout button to this new ng template. The last step is to modify ngIf and add then keyword, a newly created template variable right after the condition. Let's check if the logic works. The functionality works as before. The user section is only visible when the user is logged in. You can use single then without else and it still works. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment or subscribe.